Welcome to Subramani. I'm going to deal with a touchy topic on which I have spoken earlier in the past. Is should you give loans to people you know? And I'm not talking of small loans, right? I'm not talking of a 5,000, 10,000, even 1 lakh rupee loan to your domestic servant. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking of bigger amounts which you run the risk that you may not come back. And to whom should you give and whom should you not give? Let's categorize them. First is parents. In many communities, parents think it is their right to get money from their children to be looked after. I mean, India is a country like that where parents think it is their right, that they have their full right over their children's money. And there are children who think they have full right over their parents' money. I think it's better to talk about it, because it should not happen that the parent gives away all his wealth, his house and everything, and then finds that he has to ask his son or daughter for money. That's a tragic situation. I keep saying, if you don't have adequate money for retirement at the age of 78 or at the age of 79, you may have to go and live with your children, and that may not be palatable to you, right? So that is a fear. So if your parents ask for money, should you give? If your siblings ask for money, should you give? If your friends ask for money, should you give? If your colleagues ask for money, should you give? As long as you're alone and single and you're not married, when your parents ask for money, it's an easy decision. If you have the money and you have the willingness to give, you just give. You don't really bother too much about it. But if you realize that your father has, if you have two siblings and your father asks money only from you because the others don't give, maybe it is time to put up the antenna and wonder why the others are not giving, right? Or maybe ask your parents to liquidate some of their assets and whatever you want to do. But it has to be a family decision, even when you're single, because you have to see how the others are reacting. Because some parents say, oh, my elder son is married, he has got children, he cannot give, so my younger son should give. But the younger son might be saying, look, I am about to get married and I have more expenses, so I can't afford to give you, you better ask him, right? So some of these things you have to sort out before you give a loan. What happens if you are older, maybe you're 50, 55, and one of your children come and say, I want a 10 lakh loan to buy a house. The 10 lakhs is the shortfall. I'm paying something like 1.5 crores, out of which so much is a loan, and there is a 10 lakhs which I can take as a personal loan, but I don't want to take because the interest rate is too much. So can you give me a loan? And you know that your father has enough money. Should he give a loan to the son or daughter? My answer is yes, he should give a loan. But one thing common to all loans, whoever gives to whomsoever, I mean the husband gives it to the wife, it may not matter much because it's all in the same pot. But if you are giving to your sibling, if you are giving to your parent, it's better that it be documented, not only for your personal use, but you can use the excuse of, oh, income tax will want to know why I got 10 lakhs, or income tax will want to know why I gave 10 lakhs, right? May or may not happen, but it is nice to document it. Say this is a loan given on this date to buy a house and will be repaid as follows, 50,000 per month, 1 lakh per month, whatever, however it is going to be repaid. Write down everything and have it need not be it's okay to have it on a stamp paper, but it is not so important. But having a proper document is always useful in case of your death of your sibling or friend or anybody, and say, oh look, out of the assets that he or she had, I need to get my 10 lakhs out, right? I've seen this happening. And but if your brother or sister is one who is borrowed to the neck or borrowed to the nostril in terms of car loan, home loan, top-up loan, etc., etc., that person should, you should be careful lending to that person, because that money is not going to come back. So see his or her lifestyle and make sure that you want to lend. What happens if you're married? If you're married and if you're a man, you should ask your wife before you give the loan. It has to be a joint decision, because when things go wrong, she will say, look, you gave money to your father, it's not coming back. You gave money to your brother, it's not coming back. So it's better that you make a joint decision. Maybe you communicate it. Maybe you tell your father, look, 10 lakhs is not what I can afford to give, but 3 lakhs I can give you now. Sorry. And the remaining I will give it to you later on when my cash flow improves, or something like that, right? But if he or she is asking, if your sibling is asking for 10 lakhs to buy a house, and that is a gap, then you will have to say, sorry, I can give you only 3 lakhs, 7 lakhs maybe you need to take a personal loan. Now the 3 lakhs you should be willing to write off. I'm not saying you won't get your money, but be willing to say, okay, in case it doesn't come, it doesn't ruin me, right? If you are already paying EMIs and struggling, for you to take 3 lakhs or 10 lakhs out of your own kitty may not be very easy. So be careful about what amount you are committing, and be careful about the fact that that money may not come back, right? So if you are a parent who has given a loan to a son or daughter, to one of your kids, it's important that it be mentioned in your will. You say, okay, I am giving 20 lakhs to A, 20 lakhs to B and 20 lakhs to C. However, I have already given 10 lakhs to C, so I am giving him only 10 lakhs in my will. Other 10 lakhs is already given to him, which he has not repaid. If as and when he repays, I will think about what to do with it, but right now, because he has not repaid, I will be giving him 10 lakhs and not 20 lakhs which I am giving C, A and B, right? So this is important that it be documented so that everybody knows what is being done. And second, you have to check whether this is a gift or a contract. If you know that your sibling or somebody in your family is asking money for treating cancer and stuff like that, good chance that it is a gift. This money will not come back, it cannot come back. So money which cannot come back is called a gift. Of course that person will say, no, I will repay, I will not leave my job, my wife is in trouble, she need 30-40 lakhs for medical treatment over and above the medical insurance we have. Very good chance that this turns out to be a gift. So if it is going to be a gift, you can scale down the amount. If this person comes and says, look, I need 10 lakhs of money to pay for the medical expenses, etc., and I will repay you over the next 5 years, good chances are it won't come back. So the best is to say, okay, here is 1 lakh, I can't spare 10 lakhs, however you can repay this after 5 years, you can start repaying after 5 years, I am not in a hurry to get it. Mentally you have to write it off, because if the wife dies or if she lives, they're going to spend a lot of money on treatment, and good chance that this money won't come back. So find out whether it is a gift or really a loan. Also check out what is their financial track record. Are these people same who go around the countryside spending a lot of money but live off borrowed money? If they have got a car loan, house loan, personal loan, travel loan and all that, and they are borrowing from you, chances are they are borrowing from you to repay a loan, or some gunda element who is chasing them for non-repayment or non-payment of interest. Good chance that this money also won't come back. Also find out what is the quality of relationship and does it really matter. Let's say it is father and daughter, and you realize that the daughter is married to a guy who is a big spendthrift, and they can't save anything, then maybe it's time you put your foot down and say, boss, change your lifestyle, otherwise I'm not lending money. Yes, it's a very crucial relationship. It can be, you can get hurt in that relationship. Your daughter's in-laws could feel, "Arey, this man has so much money, why is she not giving her money to my son?" Right? All those feelings can be there. All those feelings could be mixed. But no point in lending to a person who does not have a good track record of returning. Right? Sorry. There are some people who will borrow on behalf of others. Imagine your sibling coming and saying, I want 5 lakhs, borrowing it and giving to a colleague who wanted something else. This money is again gone because sorry, you are not assessing the ultimate borrower, you are assessing your brother, and you are hoping that your brother has done a good assessment of the loan, which to my case may not have happened. So chances are this money is again, you have to kiss it goodbye. Very little chance that you will get this money. Why should you document all this? Because income tax could ask for it, and there could be some paper left saying, say you have 5 children and one of them has taken a loan. At least the people will see the loan papers and say, oh, this money has to come from my brother ABC, whatever, and only after that can we split the assets, right? So they should know that this person has to be paid less because he or she has not repaid the home loan as we thought they would. right? Find out the causes of what happens if you don't give that loan. If it's some first cousin, second cousin, or a friend, maybe you're willing to lose the friendship, then it's a different thing. But be careful about what you're doing. If it's an amount which is big and significant, don't just trust saying, oh, in school we were together and things like that. It may not be the most sensible way to give your hard-earned money to, right? So do all this, document it properly, make sure that your wife is also involved, and that's it. Thank you.